how can you stand out in any industry? That's going to be the topic of today's video. So if you're an expat or a high net wealth individual, go over to infuriated.com and see what we can do for you. Now, on today's video, I'm going to talk about how you can stand out in any industry. Now, the first thing, and I've said this before, is break industry norms. If you want to stand out, by definition, you have to do things differently. Norms stand for normal. If you do normal things, you're going to get normal results. If you do abnormal things, you've at least got the chance to actually get extraordinary results. That doesn't mean every single time you try something abnormal it's going to work, but you know what I mean. Now, number two, I would say spend less time with people in your industry. A lot of people, they keep their eye very carefully on competitors. They spend their time in the bubble, they read the magazines or the online articles of their competitors, and they always try to focus on what are my competitors doing, what are they doing to make things work. However, if you just focus on your competitors, you just become like them. And the problem is, it's a bit like if you hear about a stock in the newspaper or online, you probably heard about it by the time the stock's already gone up a lot. And if you just focus on your competitors, once you found out that they've monetized something in a huge way, it's probably too late, because by that time it's become a norm. So for example, if one of your competitors in 2010 were using LinkedIn a lot to get clients, and by 2013 or 14 you found out that, oh, this company, they got loads of clients from LinkedIn and they're still doing very well, I should do it as well. The problem with that is, though, you should have done it in 2009 or 2010. If you do it in 2013 and 14, I'm not saying don't do it per se, but they've had a head start. They actually got in there before it was normal to do that particular technique. So don't spend too much time with your competitors. And also focus on what very smart people are doing in different industries. So for example, if you're a lawyer and you're looking for clients online, or you're a doctor and you're looking for clients online, why not find out how, I don't know, a consultant or a financial advisor or a tour operator, how are they getting clients online? And if so, how can that apply to you? And if those firms are getting clients in a certain way, don't just dismiss it. Don't think, oh, that won't work in my industry. That's what happened for myself in financial services. A lot of the naysayers, they said, oh, this won't work in financial services, doing things online and remote, that won't work in a high trust environment. Obviously it's nonsense, right? But that's what was said. And that leads me to another thing, and that's ignore the naysayers. It's better just to implement and fail and move on to the next idea and play the numbers game. Just try different ideas. Don't just analyze and listen to negative people. Actually do things. I mean, even now, right, even though so many people come to me now, and I'm fortunate that so many people come to me for advice, I always feel privileged. Even if I can't help them, that some people feel they can come to me because of some of the successes. I always say to people, though, remember that even now, after all these years, probably only about 1 in 10 of my new ideas work, and probably only about 1 in 20 or 1 in 30 absolutely kill it. But that doesn't really matter. If you just go through the process of trying out different things, that often works better than doing loads of research. Because if you do loads of research, often you'll never do it. It's a bit like, think about anything in your life, like, I don't know, having a pet, getting married, getting a car, even non-business things. If you spent months researching these things, you would have found an excuse not to do them. And the same thing in business, right? If you do too much research, it can actually be a negative thing, because it can make you think about all the negatives as well. How can I help you? In 2 ways. First of all, are you an expat, a high net wealth individual, or just somebody who lives in a part of the world where it's difficult to get access to quality investment solutions? In which case, go onto my website on infuriated.com and find out more. If you don't fit into any of those categories, then in which case there's a range of free material on my website, on this YouTube channel, and indeed on my Quora, where I get over 200 or have received over 231 million views in the last few years. And finally, if you want to actually read my thoughts in more detail, go onto Amazon and find my book on there.